ready.
We are ready.
Welcome, welcome, Demystifying the
Welcome all. Welcome,
Mystical.
welcome.
I'm Angel over here,
I'm Randy over here.
and
Great to see you guys
it's great
again.
to see everybody today. There's so much going on, Randy. And I think that, we're talking about what are we going to talk about today? And I was like, let's talk about manifestation because when it comes to mystical stuff that's out there, boy, there's a lot of conversations about how to manifest and what to make it happen. There's people out there, come to me and I can help you manifest
Yep.
anything. Burn these candles, throw these oils up on the thing, write this out like this. So I thought this would be an interesting thing to talk about because I think there's a lot of people out there trying to manifest their lives right now.
Yeah, I would agree. Everyone's trying to get to the next level. Everyone's trying to make things happen in their lives. Everyone's trying to, you know, make sure that their family and everything is secured. So everyone is looking for a way or a path or a template to manifest something that they want in their lives.
There's a song when I was a kid. I can't remember the gentleman's name that sang it. And it went something from nothing leaves nothing, but you gotta have something. Like you can't create something out of nothing.
Right.
And I think a lot of times we come to the table with the desire to create something out of nothing,
Hmm.
to take the magic pill, to get the wand to create the abundance or the miracle with nothing to start with.
Right.
And I have a problem with that. And everybody's going to come for me now. I have a problem with that. I think that when you do math
Right.
and you multiply anything by zero, you're going to get zero, right?
Right. Yeah. If you know math, yes.
Yes, if you know math. Everybody's going to say, well, Angel, in the Bible, Jesus turned water into wine. So miracles are possible, right?
Mhm.
I believe in miracles.
Yeah.
I believe that you can have hope for miracles. You can have hope for healing. You can have hope
Mhm.
for resolving of financial issues. You can have hope for accomplishing a dream.
Right.
I don't know how I feel like if you chant and you do this out of nothing, no no input of effort, no education around the subject, no, you just create something. I don't know. I have a challenge with that. I don't know. I feel like there's a little laziness to it, it's like hitting the lottery. You can go
Yeah.
to the local store and buy your mega ball number, whatever it's called. You buy your lottery ticket and then I mean hit the lottery and some of us do.
Right.
I've hit the lottery, $10 here, $150 there. But sometimes somebody wins $1 billion. The effort that they put into that though
Right.
is they bought the ticket.
Hmm. Which is still something, not
Yeah,
nothing.
it's something
Something.
that's
Yeah.
the effort that they put into it. They took their dollar or their goodness knows. I have a friend that buys a five pull ticket every week, and
Mm.
she's done this for as long as I've known her. I've known her for 20 years.
Wow.
$5 a week. If she hits the lottery, she most definitely didn't just hit the lottery. She put a lot of effort to a lot of lottery tickets.
Right.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Um, I have no idea what her return on that is. But she puts in. So it's like people, you put something in. Um, I have this funny story where I tell my spouse that I manifested him.
Okay.
Years and years ago, I used to do promotional work with authors and creatives and met this lovely woman. She had this book she wrote calling Manifesting a Miracle, I think it was.
Mm.
And she had a process that you go to, and it was really about putting yourself in a mindset where you can make magic happen in your life by being positive and focused.
Mm.
And I reviewed her book, and I'm like, I was very skeptical. And at the time, I'm like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to test this. I was a single mother at the time,
Mm.
and I had met this young man coming back from a football game. Yes, I'm a football girl, and I used to go to all these football games. And my friend and I stopped off at this bar. I met this guy. He said, "Hey," we went about our business. So I sat that night and said, "You know what? I'm going to test this. I'm going to prove this system is wrong, and then I'm going to write about how wrong it is."
Mm.
The next day was a Sunday, and there was this big game. My favorite team, San Francisco 49ers, was
Mm.
playing, I think it was the Steelers. I don't remember what it was, but it was a big game. And
Mm.
so I wrote in this journal that she created, what is your wish? I'm like, I want, mind you, I said it was Saturday. It was Saturday, like 5 o'clock in the evening.
Right.
Maybe no, it was a little earlier than that. I want to go to this game tomorrow with this guy that I met
Mm.
on that night and have a really great time. That's what I wrote. And then I did all the little work that she had to do, put that book away, went
Mm.
on about my business, satisfied that I was going to get up the next day and write a terrible review about this product.
Mm.
The next day at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm fiddling around the house and this guy calls me out of nowhere. I did not give him my phone number.
Mm.
He got my phone number from my friend. So I didn't even know he had my phone number.
Nice.
Say, hey, this is so and so. I've got tickets to the game today. Would you like to go?
Mhm.
And I'm like, what? What? And he's like, I may know it's last minute, but would you like to go?
Right.
So I went and I've been with him ever since. This was 27 years ago. Um, so I tease him sometimes. It's like, I manifested you.
Hmm.
But here's the thing. Okay, so that was a beautiful story, right? That was a really cool
Yeah,
story. And
definitely.
it's, go find her book. And her book's still out there. She's a wonderful, wonderful gal. I really, I had fun with her when I was in that phase of my life. But the thing is, go back to the math equation that I was talking about.
Right.
Did I just manifest this guy out of the clear blue sky?
No, you had other,
I met him.
yes, you met him before everything
Yeah.
happened. And
So I think there's a lot to be said to opening yourself up to,
mm,
getting yourself ready for,
yep.
focusing your energy on. But my goodness, you got to do something.
I
That's just
agree.
me. I don't know. How do you feel about it? That's just, I just feel like and I deal with a lot of clients and it's like, here's, go burn this candle, go get some essential oils, burn some incense, chant,
Hmm.
play some solfeggio frequencies, and it's going to happen.
Right. I mean, I think you're right in a sense where it's like you have to be open to what happens. Because for me personally, the way I see it is like the universe works in action, but if you're not paying attention to the action, then it's like you're manifesting, and it turns into that story of the guy on the roof of the flood waiting for Jesus or waiting for God to come and save him. And it's like, hey, I sent this guy, I sent this person, I sent that person. Like, what were you waiting for? What are you trying to look for? So I think it really is a matter of your perception and making sure that you're open to any little kind of, action that needs to happen for your manifestation. Like you said, right, for your significant other, the guy that you met, you wouldn't have met him if you didn't go to that bar after that game,
Right.
and none of this would have transpired.
Right. And I have this thing that I say, I was just talking to somebody the other day about this. When I talk to clients about things like manifestation, I was like, in the world, in the realm of speaking of spirit, in the world of speaking with your connection to the universe,
Mhm.
you think about yourself on a dark landscape, and everything that you need is out there somewhere.
Right.
When you connect and get yourself in the flow, as well as I like to call it,
Hmm.
your light turns on.
Hmm.
And like a lighthouse, you are now the guide for the things that you need to come to pull toward you can see you now.
Right.
And the path to it is more clear. And to me, that's the work. If someone was to, if Randy said, "Hey, Angel, work with me on manifestation," that's for me, the work is how do I get you like a lighthouse
Hmm.
versus how do I get you to look for free money? It's like, have you ever seen the commercial for the special healing water where people
Oh
get the water and they're like, I got the water and I put it over here and I went to the mailbox and there was a check in the mail for $250,000. If
yeah.
I heard somebody say that that's what's possible for a little pack of water, I would be buying little packs of water every
Exactly.
day.
Yep. And that's a part of it. So
But what they don't tell you is that this person over here was involved in a lawsuit where they were waiting for a
exactly.
settlement, right?
Hmm.
And the person got themselves in a situation where they became that lighthouse for themselves.
Yeah.
And they made it clear when we're going through stuff, the quagmire is heavy, it's dark and it's dank and it's painful, and you hear the whispering
Hmm.
and you don't see the hope.
Right.
I almost feel like manifesting is remember that miracles happen because there's hope.
Yeah. And I think that's what, a lot of the burning of the incense and the sage and the palo and all that stuff, I think that is just tools to help your mind clear itself to be able to see the manifestation or enable to get the actions you require to be able to manifest what you want.
I like that. I like that. And so all the little tools, no matter what the little tools are that you're using, and please don't be mad if I say little tools. I talk like that. I'm sorry. It's whether it's crystals or essential oils or incense or chanting or the singing bowls or waterfalls,
Yeah.
whatever it is that gets you in that Zen space,
Yes.
that space where it's you communicating with whatever that is that's outside of you that's greater than you, the universe, God, Yahweh, whatever it is that you connect to,
Hmm.
so that you can have clarity.
Yes.
Because being human is insane. We're
Yeah.
just there's so much to distract us out
Yeah.
here.
Nowadays, even more so. It's just like a plethora of
My
distractions, of
gosh.
things pulling your attention to left, right, center, everywhere else.
How can you focus on manifesting your future when you're worrying about how to have enough money to get through the week on gas for
Yep.
your car because gas prices have gone up? So if you're focused on that, it's difficult. Let's talk through some of the stuff here because I have some things written down. I have to.
Mhm.
I want to talk through some of this stuff. When like you have feng shui and you have other things, you're putting your altar together and they say, for example, to have money
Yes.
on your altar if you want to manifest money.
Right.
And I had a client, they really believed that. And I would go to their house, do some stuff, and I'm like, what's that on your altar? And they're like, that's the money so I can manifest money. But I'm like, it's like $1 and a handful of change. It's like a couple of dollar bills and some quarters and stuff.
Right.
And her response was that she thought it was cool looking. She set it up like a decoration. The
Mm.
dollars were fanned out and the coins were, it was really pretty. But like what
Right.
you're asking for is a handful of change.
Right.
And I bet you that you do very well at manifesting handfuls of change.
Yep.
I'm like, since you believe this, since this is what you believe, because I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong.
Right.
It's what your system is believing. I want you to do something for me. I want you to go get two $100 bills. Her eyes went, what? I'm like, go get two $100 bills from the bank and put those on your altar and see what happens.
Right.
And she resisted because she's like, I had to pay rent, I don't have $200. So I had to
Hmm.
talk her through what I call the scarcity mindset. You are never going to manifest if you live through a filter of scarcity,
Right.
right? You have to know that that $200 is there and it's going to be there no matter what. If you want to go
Hmm.
get pizza, you don't have money, you don't get to take one of those $100 bills. You just don't get pizza today.
Right.
because you're trying to manifest. And the reality is, you're not going to manifest anything if you keep buying pizza every day,
Right.
amongst the other things you're going to cause yourself, because you're going to gain weight and all kinds of health problems. And lo and behold, in a few weeks, her money situation started to improve.
Mm.
And now she preaches about it. She's like, put that money on the put that money on the altar. So what do you feel about that? Does it help to have, I should have put my phone on my notifications off, my apologies.
Mhm.
Does it help to have visualizations like images of the villa, images of the Lamborghini, the things that we want to manifest? Does it help to have that? Does it help to have it a present on your altar in your life?
For me, I believe that having that visual, I think having the visual helps to craft your direction because it's like saying that you grab a bow and arrow and then you go outside and you're just shooting the arrow. Okay, that's great. You're shooting the arrow. You're just kind of like flinging the arrow. Maybe you hit something. But I think having the picture or having a visual representation of where you're aiming helps you to open your mind
Yeah.
to the directions in order to get to that place.
So for real. I agree with that. I agree with that. You got to know that you're there to do something. You go back to the cavemen. Did the cavemen go out and say, well, let's go out and see if we can get something?
Right.
They
They went outside and they were like, okay, well, I'm
let's
hungry. Right. I'm hungry, but what are we gonna
just
get?
figure something out. Get something. I don't know.
Right.
And they probably wouldn't survive because it was dangerous to go. They didn't have the grocery store. They had to
Right.
actually go get their food and kill it and
Mhm.
such. So if you're going to go after something, yes, you have to know what you're going to go after. So I do agree that you have to have clarity. I'm a fan for creating goals and wish lists and visualization. I like that. But I do like big dreaming. I encourage people to dream big, but I also like to be a little responsible. I'm gonna be a billionaire by August of this year, and
Yeah.
it's June, and you're not doing anything yet.
Hmm.
You're not in the process of about to present some great proposals. You're just kind of sitting at your house. When August comes and it doesn't happen, it's going to have an effect on you, right?
Yep. A negative effect
A
because then you're
negative
like,
effect.
well, I put it up on my board. I did this, but I don't see anything. So now you're wondering if manifestation is even real, or then you drop it. So I think from what you were saying, I agree. Where dreaming big is great, and dreaming big is, very, very practical for everyone. But I
Yeah.
think what happens is that the universe tends to give you the answers, but in small steps, and nobody wants to take the small steps.
Oh my God, nobody has patience.
They want to manifest, and they're like, okay, I want the Lamborghini. It'll be in my driveway
Right
by
now,
Christmas.
right
Yep, okay,
now,
let's
where
go.
are my keys? Where are the
There you go.
keys?
I don't have to budget. I don't have to get a new job. I don't have to put money aside. I don't have to work on I don't have to do none of that.
No,
The Lamborghini is just going to show up in my driveway, and I'm gonna be good, and I'm gonna be great, and everything just kind of falls into place.
man, what you just said, that is incredible. You have no patience.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to happen? Part of like you have the virtues, right?
Mhm.
And one of the virtues is patience because it takes more to be patient than it does to be impatient. Like, I want
Mhm.
it now, I want it now, I want it now. You got to do the work to get it,
Yep.
right? You see these people with these, I come from fitness with these beautiful bodies, right? And everybody wants to look like that. So what do? They run to the surgeon
Yep.
and create it um, medically. And then they have all kinds of issues.
Yep.
Or they go to the gym and do it. And it's hard work. It is
Definitely
hard
is.
work, discipline, diet, everything, and how,
Mhm.
oh my goodness, it's hard work.
Yeah, definitely is.
And so, there's work to be done. And in the world of manifestation, and there's a lot of models out there, and I have a lot of respect for the men and women that support, mentor, and take people through processes
Hmm.
to manifest. So, if you guys want to talk about it, you can drop some of the stuff that you guys have questions about. I'm happy to make comments. But there's a lot of stuff out there that's really great. And I think that the ones that I'm a fan of, the ones that teach processes of discipline around yourself, how
Hmm.
you present yourself, how you ask, what you do every day, like writing a list and then walking away from it and just expecting it to happen is hard. What are you
Hmm.
doing every day to support your process?
Right.
And then the value system around it, like as you receive, you should give, because that's how you manifest and continue to manifest
Hmm.
is by the giving, right?
Right.
So those are the things that I support. I don't know. What do you see? I mean, have you ever gone through a process of manifestation, whether it's journaling or prayer, anything that somebody has given you guidance on, a book that you read or anything like that?
I mean, for me, thinking back on it, I think there's been multiple things I've manifested without realizing I manifested. And it boiled down to me wanting it bad enough where I would spend my time to actually do the process to get it. And I think that's where a lot of the misunderstanding about manifestation comes from, where it's not just put it on a board, sit down and chant and just like, dream for hours on end to make it happen in your life. It's more of a, okay, well, I want to meet my spouse or I want to get this new job. Okay, so are you going to put it on your board? Are you taking classes? Are you looking for that type of job? Are you looking for the requirements that job, entails? Do you know any people that you can connect with? And all of these things are a part of the manifestation of what you want. But the way the world puts it, it's like, well, there's no coincidences. It's all, this, it's all, the where you think it's hoodoo voodoo kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it really is just your own focus on wanting to make it happen and clearing out all the other clutter so that way you can get your direction straight. Because there's tons of stories out there that you hear with people achieving their dream, but then it's like, like for example, the fitness world, like you said, you see the body, you see the sculpting and everything else, but you don't see the years that they had to put in to do it. You don't see the diets that they had to go through to do it. You don't see the muscle pulls or the tears and everything else that they went through and then recovered from in order to get it too. So it's like there's a lot of just back end things that happen that you're not privy to. And I'm trying to think, I heard it somewhere before. I can't remember if it was Mozart or um another one of the composers where he said that people always used to come to him and ask him how to become such a great composer. And he said, you don't want to become a great composer. And they just kind of looked at him like, well, what do you mean? He was like, because of the amount of hours it takes for you to sit down, practice these notes over and over and over and over for years on end, sometimes with your fingers cramping, your hands bleeding, your sleepless nights to become this great composer. Nobody wants to put in that type of work or that type of dedication to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just, that was really good. And the work that you put in, you get out what you put in.
Hmm.
What do they say in business? Garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
You get out what you put in. And I don't manifestation is a powerful tool. And if you do it right, you can sit and focus your energy, clear your space, you do everything you need to do, but there's work to be done.
Hmm.
And I do believe in miracles. I believe miracles can happen. I have witnessed miracles in people's health. I've experienced miracles in my own life. Miracles can happen. I just want to say, I don't want to say, but I just want to say that if you are wanting to manifest, the question I ask everyone here is, what is the input that we are going to give to receive the output of what we're asking for in the conversation of manifestation?